Hey everybody, this is Mr. Roche. We are here with Floppy Lion, and we're kind of wrapping it up, and we're trying to get the pictures to come back. This is Floppy Lion as made with the new resources here, and I want to show you how to do it so we can export it as a jar. Okay. Um, I have over here on my desktop. If you look on desktop here, um, I made a jar file. This is an executable jar file, and this is going to be the right one to run everywhere. Um, Dream that we've all tried to do, and watch what happens. This is all good. Here it comes. I hope. And there it is. And he's running, and he works, and he flaps, and he lions, and he's scoring points, and he's losing lives, living his life. It's great. Okay, we've done a good thing here. So, and we can reset him, and there he is, and it's good. So it all works. Okay, here's what we did, and let me show you if we can do this. I think we can do it like more simply than we did when we were talking about it in class. Okay, you still need to do the basic thing that we did, and what we did was we created a folder at the Flappy Lion level. Okay. We made a folder. I'm not going to do it because we already did it. Okay. I want to do it again. And you call it, resources. Okay. You can call it anything you want. Okay. But I already have one, so I'm going to call it resources 2 or something like that. Okay. And these folders just show up, but they're at the same level as source. Okay. So, and then what you do is you just drag and drop your stuff into resources. Okay. So I'm going to leave mine here because I have all my resources in a good place. So I'm going to delete this. But okay, so what you end up with is you have a source folder, and you can actually, there's ways to do this in looking at this, that you could put the resources in here, but it's a little bit different. So what I do is I have them at the the project level, basically. Okay, so these are my pictures. Okay, and these are subfolders that have frames and line pictures and stuff like that. Okay, and that looks good. And this is our code. Okay. What we did is we made a resource locator. I think we don't need to make that. Okay. And I'll try that in a second. And the only thing we need to do, and this is why what we did a good thing a long time ago, is that we created screen object. Okay. So screen object is a parent class of a whole list of other things that we had done. Screen object is an obstacle. An obstacle extends screen object, and so then like lion and vac and the egg, they all extend obstacle. So they're all related to screen object. So if we make one change in screen object, that's great. And this is like maybe all of our work. I remember there was that week where we kind of reprogrammed this or retooled this, and this is finally paying off. So here's what you do. In screen object, this is the constructor for it. Okay, we set up all the pictures. Okay, in ReadyPix, it sets up a file name for the pictures. Okay, and then we call this thing to load image. See it? Okay, load image is the thing we need to make a change in. Just one single line. Okay, so that's awesome. We used to have it of a image icon here. It would say like new image icon F. Okay, all we have to do is do this. We have to say get class, get resource F. Okay, that's it. We make it change this one line, and then the pictures will load, and that's great. Okay, that's stupendous idea. Okay, the only thing we have to do too is just make sure that if you right click on resources, it's added to the build path. Okay, I already have mine on build path. Okay, and if you had trouble with that, because I know some kids did that, you might have the file explorer open instead of the package explorer. And what that means is that when you look at things here, there's a project explorer and there's a package explorer. Okay, and I found mine, like if you pull up the project explorer, it's a little bit different. See, there's like 2 different windows for this. Okay, and I'm using the package explorer. Okay, I'm gonna turn this guy off. I'm using the Package Explorer, and when I right-click on Package Explorer, the build path configuration thing is there, and you can kind of see what's going on. Like I say, I do this a bunch in robotics, and when we need extra libraries, we can load them as jars. That's kind of what we do, but what we're doing is we're adding sources here. Okay, and things like that. So that's basically what's going on, okay? And we'll get all this other stuff too. Okay, these are the resources. It's this one. I want to make sure that this is included, and that's really what's going on. This one doesn't matter, but this one is now on our build path. See, that's the idea, right? Okay, so then when you run it from here now, okay, even when you run it here, I gotta get to my main. I'm in resources. I gotta get to like window runner here. So if I run here and I run it, it should just basically run. And now it's going to the right place and stuff like that now to find things. So that's good. Let's hope. Yeah, see, it's doing its thing, which is good. Okay, this is our original game, which we like. We like this game. Feels good. Okay, so that's good. And then when we export it, we're going to go up here, say Flappy Lion, go to export. Okay, you're going to pick the runnable jar file, and then here you can change the name. I think before it used to say untitled, something like that, right? So we can change this to just whatever you want. Flappy Lion, you know. So you know, Flappy Lion 2, something like that. Okay, and then I'm going to extract all the libraries into the jar. This is like the default one. I think that works. I think it'll work kind of with either one, but I'm going to pick the default one, and then just do it, and there it is. Okay. You get some warnings. I'll look at the warnings for a second. It just sort of says, I don't know, maybe it can find like something, but I think it'll work out. And then what we'll do is look at this. Here's Flappy Lion 2, which I just made. And that's it. And there it is. So that's the thing we should be doing, and that's great. And that'll run. Okay, I think I can also do it without the game runner, the thing we made in class. So I think I'm going to go like this, and I'm just going to like delete this resource thing because we don't call it or use it. So I'm just going to do it. Okay, so this is like the original one now, and I'm going to try to run it without that thing we made. And it's fine because we're using something else. That's the thing. But what we did do is we put stuff in a resource folder, and we added the resource folder to the build path. So the computer just sort of handles it by itself. It doesn't even need anything special, which is great. And then we can export it again. So it works like this. And do that. Do this. Let's call it Flappy Lion 3 so you can see the diff. And then we're good. We'll just skip over that the guy in the video was tremendously helpful too. So we have to tip our hat to that person. But if I go now to the desktop, here's Flappy Lion 3, and we run it. And there we are. And the lion is flapping. So way to go, everybody. This is great. I'm glad we tried this. This is a cool thing. And, you know, our game is good. So thanks, and see you later.